It's like when people hear stories of people who had to overcome certain situations, the mere fact that you can come with an energy, like you always see people, you're respectful. It's like this, like it's always love, bro. Do you get me?
Bro, good, like, good energy is always, even when certain jarring things that happen, it's just, I know it because where I came from hell. Do you know what I mean? 10 years inside hell, waking up, sharing cells, going shit in front of people. Do you know what I mean? Your cellmate, only a curtain. Certain times it's not even a curtain. Certain times it's not even incense. So when things go wrong out here, do you know what I mean? So that's why I always try to I try to give my energy, always be respectful to everyone. Doesn't matter if you're big or you're just starting, just give people the same respect.
Bro, when you talk about that whole, and do you know why I relate to that? In my old job, when I first went there, people were like saying to me, like, oh, look at the way she spoke to you. I'd be like, yo, listen, I'm an accountant. This is when I was doing finance. I'm like, yo, I'm an accountant. Do you know what? Do you know the kind of things that you have to deal with on the roads? This is all right. I know at the end of the day, I'm still going to get paid. Yeah. So yeah, do your thing, but it ain't half as mad as what man came from. Do you get me?
Yeah, 100%. Remember, and as you progress and certain things is happening, you'll get a lot of tests. Like a lot of people, there'll be tests, and it's just how you, your thought process, and yeah, it's how you, where you put your energy. Something happens that, and it could be negative. Okay, cool. I'm gonna make this person one of the biggest people in the industry, and I'm gonna focus and make him so massive. You're gonna get even more angry, but it's just positive. We don't retaliate in that way no more. Do you know what I mean? Like the world, when before I went to prison, there was no social media. Not even like there wasn't social media. So not there was no lifestyle. Maybe we might wear an Aquamaster watch and buy a car. We'll spend our money on a car, but there was no £300 t-shirts or people doing something, taking their phones out and putting it on social media, or people writing under comment. There was none of that. Do you know what I mean? So it's changed now that I've come, obviously I've come home and there's social media, but there's pros and cons to it, innit? The pros is someone can drop a freestyle and it can go viral and it can change their life. And the industry and the culture is building up crazy. It's building up crazy from when I was in jail. I was listening to Our Body, Dubs and Gigs, and do you know what I mean? Blade Brown, Young Tef. These are the people that man was listening to. CDs, Young Spree, and man, we're fighting over these CDs. You know, if someone robs, that's like a phone. That's like a blower in jail. Like literally, we're fighting. We had our little CD, CD like cassette, and they're the CDs that we're trying to get in. That they're the CDs, DVS, Young Spree, Gigs. Know what I mean? Blade Brown, yeah. So to see where it is now, it's going to streaming, and you're seeing artists doing their things. That yeah, man. Sick.
But see, for me, what I've always looked at is I look at a man's character first and their tendencies, and what I looked when I saw you is I said, you speak it and you work towards that thing that you said. I don't hear you just say something and let it go. Do you know what I mean? I see you building towards goals all the time, bro. And just my thing was like when you came home, coming into the music industry, bro. Like, how do you first of then switch off a red flag? Like, because you know in this game, bro, there's a lot of twangs that go on. Like, how did you keep your composure and not be like, nah, they're mocking it, like I'm feeling violated? And then also, how did you get your insight to the industry?
Yeah.
Being that you sat down for like 10 years.
See, for me, when I was in open jail, so when I got to a certain part of my sentence and I went to open jail, and then I worked in Timpsons and I went on a course and they taught me how to cut keys, repair phones, shoes, and that was like a 4 months course. Then I worked at a shop and I started learning how to do customer service, upselling, things like that. This is all new to me. So me having a conversation with general people like on the outside world, usually we're in jails, so it's always just slang. Yo, my brother, yo, you done know? Do you know what I mean? So all them things that I learnt from just working at Timpson's and how to talk to people, it built me into the person that I am now. I felt, and that was a big thing. And then from that, I got to doing the events in prison. So doing events management and like thinking of strategy, how to market and getting ticket sales. Because it's all from, if you can do that, you can manage artists, you can, do you know what I'm trying to say? You can own a food shop. You can do anything from, if it's just standard still like skills, like just how am I gonna get these ticket sales? What do I have to do? What's the work I'm gonna do? How much work am I gonna do to put in to try to get my event sold out in Brighton or Southampton when I'm in prison? All I've got is my phone. Do you know what I mean? Managed to work.
That is crazy, bro. Because it's like, to see them transferable skills but being applied in a short space of time, bro. This is the thing. Anyone, like, I've never been in jail, yeah, but all the people I know have been in jail, I'm like, there's people, when you're on the inside, you're screaming to get out, and then you see people on the outside wasting their time. No, like you could be doing something. Like, probably when you came out, not knocking anyone, but you probably came out and there's people who, you've come out and you've just passed them, bro. Just be like, yo, that's like, I'm giving you a 12-year run up.
Yeah.
Head start. Do you get me? Like, how did you assess that when you're seeing that, like, people even outside today, or maybe people that you know, or people that we know, just like as a generation, where they're not maximizing their time and their opportunities? Like, how do you deal with that when you've like lost like 10 years?
It's very hard how to do so long in prison and then come out mentally stable. Like, okay, because there might be certain things that might help with other people's mental health. For myself, like, when I say mental health, I mean that everyone's got mental health. Yeah. And some people can be pushed to that limit and they might suffer worse than others. And for myself, I do certain things that help with my mental self, like mental state, like go to the gym early in the morning, and it lowers my anxiety levels, so I'm ready to turn on. And for me, is because I've done so long away and I made the wrong decisions. Now is like I need to play catch up. So I've got a point to prove, not to anyone else, but to myself, and to like make my mum proud, because I put her through a lot. Not even like my mum, I put her through a lot. So it's the worst thing to see. And what I did realize, when you're away, you don't. Before I went away, I didn't listen to my mum. I didn't listen to when she said don't do this and that. I just done it. And then when I was away, not all my friends was there for me. My mum was though. My mum was there. My mum was writing letters. I tell my mum, don't send me no money. She was sending money. She was sending stamps. That's what mums do. So what gets me through my mental state is working 24/7. And I'll go gym and then I'm working. I'm always on my phone. So I'm just good with my phone. I'm good with my phone, messaging this person, that, and connecting and thinking of a structure, putting it together. And the difference is I will just do it. If I have an idea, I will do it. I don't have an idea and be like, and not do it. I'll just put it out there. And if it don't work, then I will do something until it works. I'll keep on trying until something connects.
And that's what I see in you, bro. Like, you're definitely like, and that's what I'm saying, it's a beautiful thing to see, because like, bro, like, you could be around people and they'll maybe, I'm just giving an example, I'm not saying this for a fact. I've had people come to me and say to me, yo, I want to be a part of what you're doing. And I'll be like, cool, but you got to show me something. Like, you got to work, like, bro, you know how hard it is to build a team, bro. The words puts them here and they're expecting the rewards there without the work.
100%.
And it's hard, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you probably may think if you even had two of you could
Game over.
It'll get clock the whole game.
Game over. If I had two of me, it'd be a lot easier. But sometimes I don't know. I want it more than other people, so I'm like, I have to keep on. I have to message. It's this sort of that sort. I've got about 15 group chats for all the people that I work with. So play dirty parties, that one. Do you know what I mean? So I have to make sure this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. But for me, I like structure. So I'll have like a blueprint that I follow myself, and I'll get my blueprint out. I'll be like, okay, we've done this, get this ready. So I've got 3 months worth of content. And if we drop a music video, the first one goes, then the other two contents or the 3 contents that we was gonna do might not make sense right now because that one's connected so well. But content is the key and consistency.
Yeah. You know what you said about anxiety, yeah? Because even there's certain things that I have anxiety certain times, yeah. But I don't speak on it. But it's like, you know, when sometimes anxiety is almost like a personal thing. Yeah. Do you get me? Like, so do you know what kind of like triggers your anxiety?
What triggers my anxiety is being around loads of people. That triggers it, being around, because I don't know how to act around all these people.
Is that because when you get locked in for so long?
Yeah.
Yeah, my other boy said the same thing. Like, you can't, being around people makes him feel, it's actually like, it's almost actually like when it's actually being treated like a creature.
No, 100%. So sometimes you don't know how to, in my head, I'm like, you might look at me and be like, I'm cool, but make me feel a bit uncomfortable. More time, I just do everything by myself more time. By myself, do that.
That's another thing. Like, do you find like you're more comfortable sometimes being on your own?
Yeah, 100%. More comfortable being on, and that in time, hopefully, it improves that I feel more comfortable around people, but yeah.
Man, you're in the social industry, bro.
No,
You're in the social industry.
I know. And more time, there's loads of things. At first, because I didn't know that I was gonna get a following the way that I got a following, or loads of people reach out to me for management or for advice, like, and I'm grateful. So it's just how I deal with it. But it's like the industry that I'm in is very, it's borderline. That is, you know what I mean? You just have to. That gives me anxiety. I don't like going out. I don't like going out to just normal places or walking down the road, because you should understand, with artists, everyone's gassed off their music, so they'll take pictures, and they'll take loads of pictures of sick. But with me, they might sometimes they look at me like I can solve their problems, or do you know what I mean? So I swear to you, it's literally, I've got this song. Can I send you my song? But I get all the time. No, like I literally, no word of a lie, I think I get like 40 DMs a day with links to their songs or freestyles and that, and it gets overwhelming. And then I go on the road, and then it's like, I've got this song on Yo Bro, and then even when I go to industry events, it's the exact same thing. So sometimes I want to go somewhere and just actually just feel normal and just enjoy myself without no one asking for my email or something. And I get it. They see, you might not see me in months, or do you know what I mean? So I get it. So it's just have to weigh it up.
Yeah, and it's a lot, bro, because it's hard because, bro, like a lot of people, it's like, yo, you lot are super out the mud. It's like, yo, we ain't even made. Like, we've made money, but we ain't made money where it's like retirement sorted out, mumsies sorted out, like the next 10 years are sorted. Like, bro, that takes time, bro. Like,
I've got a 5-year plan. I've been out of prison for almost 2 years. I've got a 5-year plan, and I'm very grateful of everything what's happened. But don't let Instagram or social media think that like they might look at me and be like, he is gone. No, I'm grafting. I'm grafting by my mama house, or I'm grafting, I'm not gone. I'm trying to lay my foundation, build it up, and then build something, and then bring my people in, and hopefully they can, what suits them, I can, do you know what I mean? And build as a team. But yeah, man.
Bro, that's like to change a generation and to change. Like, bro, I tell my friends who think that this is easy. I'm like, bro, you know, yeah. If you in your lifetime can retire 5 people, yeah. Nah, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but bro, can you actually? Do you know how hard it is to retire even yourself, bro? Like, especially living here, or I said, bro, that's the kind of weights that we've kind of put on ourselves, bro. It's a lot, bro. Do you get me? Like, and we can do it. But it's just like, when you start thinking about how exhausting it is, it's like, like an anxiety, and then just like, sometimes you just need a mental space where I can just be productive. And I feel like there's a lot of like, oh wait, bounce. Yeah, bro, like, there's a lot of like taking off your path of other people's.
100%.
Get me? So I was like, you say you like structure, how do you kind of like, or are you still, I won't say struggling, but are you trying to, how do you cope with that or balance with that then, bro?
Some people can't believe how much I do. And literally, I work with like 10 people. There's people that you will never even know that I work with, but I work with them. And that's who I develop, and I'm building a plan. And I don't, because what I've learned, when you show everyone everything what you're doing, certain things, the world is a cruel place. So do you know what I mean? But how?
There's no sort of good intentions. So when they see something, they may be like,
Red eye, yeah, evil eye, like they're steaming. Though, he's doing well. I need to make sure he's not doing well. Do you know what I mean? But that goes over my head. You know what I'm saying? I've been brought up on the streets. Now I've turned it around, so nothing don't faze me. It don't faze me.
Has that happened?
Yeah.
Now this is, okay, and obviously I don't know who, and I'm not asking who.
Yeah.
But me personally find it surprising when I can see what I think your intentions are, even from afar.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you are redemption.
Yeah. No.
Do you get me? Yeah. So anyone who has that energy, especially for what you've been through, that's even more of a man to me, bro. Yeah. Do you get me? That.
You know what, bro? But sometimes people that people that's on, I don't know, they're doing road and that, they might not see it like that. And I'm in the ends every day. I'm about every day, and my people that are my people, I show love to. I say hello to everyone. I can go to any hoods and any areas. I don't have no, you know what I'm trying to say? But that's what just happens. As you progress and get bigger, you people will start looking at you a different way, or people want to try to draw you out, and it's how you analyze that and be like, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. A couple of days ago, I was in France. Off-White invited us to do you know what I mean? This is where I'm at. Don't care about a comment. Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? And you just have to just think like that. You can't go for the bait. Like, I see artists arguing with each other on Instagram, and it's like, come on, man. Don't need to do that.
Do you know what I remember? I think I messaged you. It's a time when, like, I think where you're staying got someone tried to like
Over the house, yeah.
And I was like, yo, what's because I was thinking, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
That's mad, bro.
New Year's Eve.
That's when you're fresh home, bro.
Fresh home, New Year's Eve, doing a play dirty party. Someone's burgled the house. And do you know why this story is mad? Because someone burgled the house, and I had imagine, before then I used to go there, I used to keep my jewelry in my house. And I used to keep, like, we had show money, we used to keep like show money in the house. And I remember I had a Rolex, a Batman, yeah? And I would change my Rolex and wore another watch, and I put it down on the side, yeah? And I was like, okay, we're going to the New Year's party. And I swear to you, God, yeah, said, go back in your house and put that watch in your wardrobe in like a pocket. And I went inside and done that, and I come back, my house was all ransacked, And then when I went in, when I was searching it, my watch was still there. I was like, look at that. But that's what happens, and that could be, I don't know.
Do you think that was like targeted, or do you think?
Yeah, it was targeted. It was targeted. They opened up all they opened up the floor. They're looking for money. So I think that it was more of it could be a friend. It could have been, do you know what I mean? He was getting a lot of show money. He was getting like cash and whatnot. And this is just at the start, so maybe you never know. But
Sorry, but that would add to my paranoia, bro. Because like, not everyone would not like, bro. Not everyone knows where I live. Like, it's a small, but then it's like without proof, bro.
yeah,
You see, I with rappers all the time in America. Like, it's just, I don't know. But I guess when you're getting it, people think it's almost like I'm gonna take without asking.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's mad.
I feel like when I just came out, been away for how long? Could have been whoever. Do you know what I'm saying? I was single, so do you know what I mean? I'm single. I'm not in a relationship. I might have been seeing this girl that you don't know. Not everyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones that I will never find out who that was, but it's okay because from then I still kept positive and I've just progressed.
And I think the positives, more of the positives are shout out to Dig That.
Yeah, 100.
Hey bro, the video was mad.
The video is mad, isn't it? Yeah.
And I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Sick.
I said, it's mad, bro.
It's sick.
It's just an amazing video.
Do you know what it is? And it's an amazing video, but over here, like in America, they take pride in their videos and concepts, and like the plan, and they'll make it mad creative. Like they'll tell a story and it will look so sick and it will be lit. Why do we always have to have this range and this big car with models and this and hop out the rate? Like, why? It's always the same stuff. Mansion, get a mansion, and it's the same stuff. Just be creative. Just do this and try do that, and then we got the plan. We thought of the plan. We executed it, and it connected well. And it was a gamble. We knew the song was a banger, and I knew this is gonna go. But it's still a gamble because people could have been like, all it takes, people are sheep, so all it takes is a few comments to be like, this is dead, oh, this is dead, then it's a domino effect. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the reaction that we got when we dropped the trailer and everyone like saying that how sick it looked and that, and do you know why it's crazy? Dig That's mixtape came out 8 Mile and Eminem drops a surprise album the same day. That was crazy. And then I've looked on it, Dig That's trending, Eminem's trending on Apple Music. I was like, look at that. This was written.
Well, you know what's funny, yeah? It just adds, in years to come, we're just gonna say, yeah, that was Balance's marketing genius, bro. You get me? Because it's like, bro, when you look at it, it's like I said, you couldn't have written it, but even to have to believe to make a creative video, bro. Like, I am disappointed with the creativity in a lot of videos that I see. I don't know if it's just like whether artists don't actually care, or if it's managers who don't wanna almost. I think as a manager, you got to almost be a creative director as well.
Always, and sometimes, remember, a lot of artists that come up and they break through, their managers are their friends. So they're new managers just like myself, and they're learning. I remember my close friends, Crep, Kona and Cadet, and I had like a few industry people that I had Micah and Jams that they were my close go-to people. I'll just answer questions. Or what's this? Or how do I do this? And they'll just give me their advice. Even though some of them was artists, but a good friend of mine, Micah and Jams, they knew when it come to like the management side of things, they knew it. So they will give me sick advice, and I will take note, and then I will just enhance it. But I feel like with videos, we gotta be more creative, man. We can't just be the same old visuals. People want to see sick visuals. They want to see certain things. If you focus on like getting the visuals right, and you got a sick song, it will connect. It will connect more. That's what I think.
Yeah, it increases the probability because even like when I looked at Big Dad's the video before the last one, and
Ace though.
yeah, our reaction is too hard as well,
Yeah.
bro. But even as the way that, like, I'm watching all the reaction videos.
Yeah.
I'm watching Lead to the Vibe when he's breaking it down. It's like, bro, it's like, and when they're breaking down, like, you see it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's mad, bro. I think now that video is really set pace of being like the video of the year. It's already done it. Like, for a lot of people.
I feel like people seen that video, and this will help our culture, because there will be much more sicker videos. So then it will just open up the market even more, and people will be like, that video is sick. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So it's a gamble. It's a gamble, man. But sometimes you just have to, for you to level up, you just have to gamble. You have to do the gamble. You have to release a song that might not suit you, but do you know what I mean? You might have to release a song for the charts, then release a song for the streets, and then everyone's happy. Then do you know what I mean? Because not every song you're gonna do for the streets. Because if you want to progress, you just have to get it. You just have to get the process. The process. You have to get it.
Do you know where I think the first time I saw Dig That, maybe wrong, but the first time I saw him was on Hardy Caprio's tour.
We came out for Hardy Caprio. Yeah. Hardy Caprio, yeah. Came out for him at Kentish Town. But
How have you seen his growth as an artist?
Dig That. Amazing. Literally, I've even like him as a human being, man. Like that's my brother. So yeah, man. I've seen his growth just grow and grow. I've seen him in a happier place, and
We smiling some pictures now, bro.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, and yeah, when he's ready to tell his story, man, I think a lot of people will be like, excited to hear it. And I think for now, he's just gonna focus on the music, because I know like a lot of the industry, everyone wants like labels or whatnot. They like, you gotta do this radio interview and that, and it's like, no, you don't have to do this radio interview.
But when you now were going into that brokering the deal, was it not at Relentless first, and then you moved Relentless and then went over to Columbia.
Yeah.
Right. When you as a manager, when you're orchestrating deals, like, what kind of blueprint are you going for? What are you looking for when you're sitting down and you're like, all right, we're here to do a deal? Because in negotiation, like, how do you approach it then?
See, for me, obviously, I look for a blueprint as more that I want my artists to feel good inside. So it's not you. I know, yeah, you're putting in an offer because of his numbers or his potential, but I'm more like he's making sure he lives somewhere nice, and his mind and everything's like, I know he's out the way. I don't have to worry about him. He's out the way. He's at an age group that this generation, they'll just want to just pull Rambos out and film it just because to put it on social media. Do you know what I mean? So how I structure it is just more living, and make sure that things are like, it's not, you can't, like, a lot of artists will get a song, it connects, it goes viral or whatever, it's streaming well, then you'll have someone from the label or another one just wanting to sign the song, and they're signing straight away. And they're signing straight away, but they're signing ridiculous deals, and it's long term. You don't even know nothing about this person. You don't even know nothing about the label or how they work or how good their marketing is or what you don't know. So for me, I like to test out things. Okay, let's do that. Small term, I want to see how you lot work. I want to see how much you want it.
Match your energy as well.
I want to see how much you want it, because I am on job. Like, I will look at everything. How come this is not done? This is not done. But I have to give Columbia top credit, because they are on job. my phone bangs off till I'm like, oh my days.
But in fairness, I'll actually get a butt though. You've given them something that is coming hot. Like I think for a while, Colombia hasn't had an artist that's hot or is ascending.
Do you know what? I feel like with labels, it's not record labels, they're just marketing hubs. You don't make your music in Colombia, do you? You make your music in the studio. So I just feel like they're like the engine, like they're a big force. So like marketing hubs. And if I see the vision and me and Diggs see the vision, we see a vision. That's the plan. We follow our plan. We don't follow their plan. Or we got told drill would never chart. Do you know what I mean? We got told drill will never chart.
Where does that come from? Is that industry or is it who was saying?
We went. I'm not gonna say what label it was, but we went into a label, yeah, and we was playing our music around, and there was drill, and there was like, yeah, drill will never chart. We get you to do a hook, get someone to do a hook, or try make a hook, change the drill, make it a bit into rap, and then yeah, it's like no, we're not doing that. We're just gonna keep on doing our thing. First song that we released was waiting for it to get to 100,000 views, and then get the premiere on GRM. Then the second song that we released, we already released that to promote Air Force, and then Air Force connected with the remix. So yeah, man, they said Joe would never chart. Now is doing amazing things. Even shout out Drake, bro, because for everyone's like, oh, he's doing drill. Do you know how big that is for man's scene? Even that him jumping on drill, and Americans listening to that sound of music, Pop Smoke, they're listening to that drilly music. It's just gonna make it over here even easier, and the crossover easier.
So when you have the success, do the same people say it didn't? Like, is there any communication back again when it?
No, see for us, we can have our tape and we can have a tape and there's a drill tape. There's no point us playing you our tape. You don't understand it. I'm sorry, you don't understand it. You can't tell me that song is a shit song or it's a hit. You can't. We understand the music. We know what it's for, and we don't know where it's gonna go. We can't tell you it's gonna get 100 million streams or 1,000 streams, but we understand our music. So when now I don't go into labels and play music because there's no point. Because you can't tell me, you can't tell me it's a hit. You can't tell me it's a hit.
Because if that was the case, all the songs that you signed would have been hits.
Hits. And we're still waiting. Like with labels, yeah, you can say you can sell it to man. But when I ask you, what artists have you broke through? Like, who have you developed? What artists have you break through? And not a lot of labels have great success stories. Mm-hmm. But they've got money.
They've got money. All the success stories are dated.
One
off.
Yeah, we used to have. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or we used to, and they're talking about a pop artist, and it's like, we're not pop. We're straight raw from the streets.
Okay, I guess that moves me more to our next point in terms of like, you definitely have the executive mindset. Like, you're gonna be a big executive in the industry. If not, you already are that. But I think
it's all part of learning and process, and hopefully the work that I do, it opens up more doors, and God willing, this year, next year, 20 artists blow up. It makes our industry bigger, and it's more exciting. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, you have to go from here. I went from Timpson's. I worked at Timpson's to learn how to do customer service, upselling, to then doing events management, then managing a producer, then managing an artist, then managing artists, then having my own distribution label, and then, do you know what I mean? So it happens in stages. Then you meet more people, and you might, every time in your journey, you might meet someone that fits shoes, or you might meet someone that makes mics, and you keep their numbers, but you still stay connected. And then maybe in 3 years, it's like all these puzzles come together, and then you release something, and it's like, look.
You talk about like your own imprint, or what? Is that the one through Caroline?
Yeah, so obviously I released a project called The Come Up through Caroline. I just thought that it was good to start getting artists to connect together, or putting them on one project and start releasing projects. From releasing projects, it made me understand the campaign, the project, and stuff that you need to do in order. You need that, what digital marketing you need, what spends, how much we can put for this, what sort of tricks you can do, and then being a bit creative to get the idea. Do you know what I mean? So, and all these things are, remember, the industry's it's growing, but all these things people's been doing, but I'm learning now. So I'm doing things to learn it. Okay, this is what I can do better this time. This is what I can do better that time. Obviously, and for the end goal that I want to get to here. And yeah, my aim is to get to like a label where I'm signing songs, and I'm developing artists. Like, I'm developing artists from the streets who's been in prison. I'm developing them, and yeah, it will be a good thing to see. Like, just.
But these are the parts of the business that I feel like sometimes artists, because they don't understand what a manager's doing for them. They don't see everything. That they start to think, but why am I paying him 15% or 20%? He ain't on the tour with me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just want to.
100%. I think they start thinking like that when money starts getting involved, and they start making regular money. But it depends as well. If you say you're a manager, make sure you are doing everything that a management roles you're meant to be doing, and more. Remember, you represent whatever Target. Your artist is called Target. He's the face. You have to make sure you go above and beyond, and make sure he looks a certain way, and nothing looks unprofessional over there. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully with artists, I hate contracts. I'll be honest with you, I hate contracts. I like, when it comes to certain things with labels and whatever, but with artists, I hate them. And people, I know some people will be like, make sure you put it in writing. But bro, I'd rather just leave it to God, bro. Like, that's just me. That's just me. I just don't like contracts, because I just feel like when there's like a contract involved, certain times I just don't know. I just don't like the whole, but I know it's business. But
I feel it's more than business though.
It's more than business. If I invest my time, because see, more time, I spend my own money, Like, I will develop an artist, and maybe at the start, I could see something that they can't even see. And if I invest $5,000, I lose it. I'm not trying to, but I invest my own money. I invest my own money. There's no deals in that. And when it's the right time to sign, or if it don't make sense to sign, we will just think of the plan. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you when you look at like the last 18 months to 2 years, do you feel like you achieved all your goals so far within that period?
I had a plan like 1-2 years, but I never knew I was gonna be at the stage that I'm at now. I when I was I respect loads of managers, and when I became a manager, I knew how difficult certain things was, and I didn't know I'll be at this stage. And now it's an amazing thing to see. I see that everyone's managers now. I got artists. That's amazing. I got artists, and I've got certain friends that got artists, and I'll be like, oh, and they'll hit me up, and I'll be like, send them voice notes, try this, I'll look at something, okay, cool. Oh, on Insta, it's a black screen. When you go on Insta, you upload videos, make sure you press the cover so it goes on the explore page. You don't want it to be the black screen. Other people will see it and not say nothing.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, no, that's a lot of that. Like,
And people might see it and think it on the black screen, not saying nothing. For me, I would rather see it and be like, yo, my bro, press the right when you upload it, bottom right, there's a thing that you can option the cover, and you can slide it to any part you want it to be. So when people go onto your page, that's the first thing that they'll see. Just little things like that. Just give them just little things. Or bounce. This labels, they want to do a mixtape though with an option. I said, bro, you've dropped 4 songs. They want to do a mix. You've dropped 4 songs. Let them sign a song and see how they are. They just want to tie you down. Come on, man. Are you in desperate need for money, or what's the situation? Like, is it a situation that he needs money now, or is it something that you can try discuss a distribution and just get some funds to go towards the music videos and paying for the beat and etc.
I'll be real, bro. A lot of lawyers are getting, man. A lot of lawyers are getting, man. And boy, it was understanding to be explained, but a lot of them, and this is like, lawyers are like a thing that ain't yours, bro. You go and you be like, that's my lawyer.
Yeah.
Bro, you see your lawyer's been linking these people like
for years, and there's money that gets put on the side, and come on, you got to be aware of everything. And I started managing an artist, and this artist is big, he's big, and I just started managing him. And his manager before didn't let him meet his lawyer, or he would meet the distribution people that was giving him the deal, but he didn't know nothing to do with the contract. So I started managing him. We had our rounds. I went into one of the distribution places, and I was like, can you put up the deal? Can you put up the contract? Just not everything, just the overall thing. And I think the contract. So one of the contract on it was something like they'll pay him an advance, then we'll have like something like 30k for marketing that you can pay for his videos, pay for the beat, etc., etc. But then they'll keep 20%, and he'll keep 80%. He owns the masters, but they'll keep it for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Watch this. With an option to do the exact same thing, but they keep the master, but it's 50-50 on the masters, and they'll have it for 10 years.
and the options on their end.
And the options on their end. So if he signed, this is what has to happen. And I said to him, so if the label, so say for instance now, we released the EP, 7 tracks, and it does well, and the label wants to sign it for whatever. Say if the label wants to sign it for 200 grand or 300 grand. What's the buyout? Is there a buyout scheme? And the person said, well, we work with, we've just partnered up with like one of the biggest brands in the world, so we don't need the money. So basically, I broke it down to like, obviously I was just like, cool, I didn't say nothing, I left the meeting. I broke it down to my artist that, do you know what you just about to sign there? So basically, you was about to sign whatever the advanced marketing, but you about to own you own your masters, but they take 20% for 10 years. 10 years. Crazy, it's crazy. And when I was talking to my artist, he was saying his lawyers wrapped it up, but he never met his lawyer. So I was like, what? Boom. Introduced him to my lawyer, brought him to the office. They connected, they spoke, she got to know him, whatnot. And I explained, this is how it's gonna go if we ever do sign. You'll get the offer, there'll be terms, I'll go back and forth with my lawyer. This is what I want. Tell them this, put this and take that out. You will come down to the office and she'll break it down for you for an hour and a half, all the terms. So you understand what is going on, the percentages, what your advances on signature, what your advances on delivery, how much recording, is it the recording cost if it's excluded or if it's with the advance, you will understand everything. So I think that's very important. That
clarity is key, bro. And even when I got friends who sign publishing deals, and one of my friends, she told me, her name's Autumn Rowe. She's written quite a lot of pop hits for Leona Lewis, Grammy nominated, all of that. And she said when she did her publishing deal, she said like, including that contract, like that it excludes your travel costs, but they need to pay for you. Like if you need to go do a session in Denmark, get them to pay for that, because sometimes, bro, you just see the number, and it's and it's like it's masking away. You'd be like
all the little small things, like even tour support, tour, have funds for tour, funds for travel,
support, bro.
All them little things you have to put in your contract.
Because there's things that they'll leave out, but they know that you can have it. Lawyers
you can create your own contract. There's deals that we've done that people's never heard of.
You created it.
And that's created.
Let me put it this is how mad, yeah. Like my mum's a lawyer, but I used to always watch Judge Judy.
Yeah.
And she said there's a thing called the four corners.
Yeah.
And the four corners is whatever is written on this piece of paper and it's signed and agreed upon, it could be law. But a lot of the times I think like almost like creativity with videos, creativity with your contract, because when you said the whole thing about structuring a deal so that your artists, their livelihood, or they're taken care of, like
they're paying it.
Yeah, like
literally, that's in with the deal. Because if you want to sign him, then it's the whole package. It's not just take your thingy and then you're moving. No, it's the whole package. So he's out the way. His mind is ready to make music. It's everything.
And also we do have artists from a particular scene or like subculture. They're more high profile and high risk.
100%. Security. You see, everyone follows America and be like, oh, the Americans do this, the Americans do that, but no one's not. The Americans got security, bro. Everywhere they got security in America, who they pay. They have security everywhere they go. And it's not because they might be soft or they're pricks and that or whatnot. But when you're an artist and you end up, because you know you're an artist and you're doing well and you're not a threat. You're an artist and you're very paranoid. Everyone's looking at you. You don't even know what people are looking at you for the wrong reasons, the right reasons. People want to try to rob you. Come on, man. Pay your security. Build up your brand. It looks sicker. You have a brand. Your security there. It's not because you're an idiot or you think you've gone too famous. It's just, come on, man. You're putting everything into what you do. So it just, come on, man. You just do that. It lowers the risk of danger.
I think we definitely have to have more of that, because there's a lot of slack movements, and it's like, bro, like the money that some artists are spending, you can invest in security just in certain points, just to be like, you still may have your man
buying £1,000 jeans and all these things. Come on, man. It's not a little show money. Okay, from that show money, we're gonna put every month. We're gonna put an extra £1,500, £2,000. Just put that to the side in a pot. When we need security, we do festivals. Put that to the side. Okay, cool. We got that, and you're gonna get that. There's always gonna be someone that's gonna try to draw you out. It's just part of the game.
It's gonna sound dumb, maybe it's ignorant, but when you're inside, does that heighten your?
Yeah, 100%. But you feel like the energy. Because when you're inside and growing up inside, you're having fights, and then you go through stages where then you be good, you get to a certain privilege you're allowed to. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm out here, I just feel you feel paranoid all the time. You feel like, oh, the energy. You act on energies. You go somewhere, you be like, yeah, this energy is a bit weird. Just go. And literally, you can end up just being paranoid in general and just being like, yeah, this is all mad. This is all mad. There's too much man here.
And now it's like, and I guess it's that whole thing of like, bro, you lot worked hard for what you got.
Yeah.
And I think you get to a point when you work hard for what you got, and some things is just an easy thing. If I scheme on it, I can just snatch it. But it's not even the fact that like the money or the chains, it's the fact that man's really getting this in legit now. This is a legit.
Yeah.
This is legit moves now. Like you can do this on the roads if you want, but that's the same way you're not doing. You're showing this a legit way. So like you don't need to be up on a stick up kid type of thing. You can, if I'm doing it legit, and I've come from a worse situation than you, why can't you do it like? No, and it's a mentality which is sad to see.
I think because of the whole social media, everything was happening, everyone's showing lifestyle. People do look at people that's on that, like, nah man, you're a tramp. You're not like I don't rate that. When I was growing up, that's what it was. But now everyone's got their nice watches, or everyone's, do you know what I mean? And everyone's doing it whatever way they're doing it. So if you might hear of someone that you know, oh, he's took my man's watch, look at him like, nah, I will never go around you again. Or I never, yeah, you just, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, man. But okay, so, Carl, I know I don't want to take up all your time today, bro. What, I guess you can't even rank it, but what's been the biggest accomplishment to date that you feel that you've achieved?
Let me think about this one. I think the one that I'm proud of releasing my documentary. Because with me, it took a lot to do that documentary, and I'm not always just great on camera, and it took a lot to do my documentary, and the impact that it gave to, like the impact that it was, and how much people shared it, and even people reaching out to me now based on the documentary. I watched the documentary, like amazing, this like elderly people that's in prison. Yo, bro, watch the documentary, and I'm doing this now, and thank you, and I'm doing this. So I think that's one that I would mention.
You're changing lives, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That the whole thing is with the game is, bro, we all came from a situation before where, bro, like, we wouldn't have all been able just to sit down and talk normally. But now at that stage, we're thinking like, yo, bro, like, you can be smoking there and be doing that, but bro, actually now we have a common goal.
No, we have a common goal, and for me, that's my way of giving back to the community of all the mistakes that I made, and when I was little, and the fuckeries that I was on. Do you know what I mean? So it's working with whoever, seeing something, working together on something, and hope that, God willing, it progresses, and yeah.
Do you know what? Probably this is about my last kind of question. Like, do you know what triggered for you that lifestyle choice?
Yeah. When I was in jail, I got sentenced to 11 years, but then I found out my daughter was born in, like when I was in jail, my daughter had sickle cell. And then from there, I thought, yeah, enough is enough. Enough's enough. I got to get my mind right. That I got my mind right. And when I was in prison, seeing how well Krypton Conan was doing at that time, Section Boys, then Stormzy, and then, do you know what I mean? And like everyone was doing amazing. And I know these lot, and I'm watching TV and I'm seeing them. Just before I'm coming out, I'm seeing Stormzy on the Brits, and do you know what I mean? I'm seeing gigs being nominated, and this is like, you know what I'm saying? Man, it started with gigs when the whole gangster rap, and then watching obviously how everything's come together. You just got, yeah, man. That's like, yeah, it's time. You can. There's loads of things you can do and make more money than being on road.
Someone told me that. Actually, this is what Hunter told me today. He said, "Bro, what would you rather, £100,000, or would you rather spend 100,000 minutes?" And when he put it to me like that, I was thinking, bro, like, he was saying, bro, the commodity of your time is worth a lot more than 100,000 minutes. Like £100,000 not worth 100,000 of your minutes, bro. Do you get me? And when he deeps it, he's like thinking like, yo, and it's not recoupable.
Yeah.
So time spent. That's why I hate wasting people's time or being late for things, because it's like, I'm like, yo, it's their time, bro. You get me? So it's them things there where when he said that to me, I said, bro, I'm gonna try and write it down, remember it, post it, because sometimes you need little things to just like rejig your mentality.
Definitely. There's a guy called Gary V on Instagram who I always follow. I follow him religiously. That is my guy. Him, Eric Thomas, Les Brown. Les Brown. Watch Les Brown. They're dope. And sometimes when you're you're angry or you're in a mood, even go on like YouTube, type in motivational speech, type in Les Brown or Eric Thomas on that, and you see, like, they will get you going. Like, I'm waking up, I'm not taking it, this is it. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm getting up, I'm doing this. What, you lot are laughing at me now? Cool. I'm doing it. Then people start seeing them watching your story. All of a sudden, raw, it's connected. Manifested. Without you, don't worry. Even if you say no, I'll ask you. Even if you say no, it's happening. So whether you're with me or not, it's happening. Like, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna happen. It's happened already. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to have it like that. And if you get through a hurdle, it's a hurdle. What are you gonna give up? Throw away the towel. Come on, man. Don't be weak-minded.
Before you went in, do you know what kind of like not made you, but like some of the choices, obviously you wouldn't make the same choices now. So do you know what kind of like made those choices seem as being an acceptable option at your back in the day, like, you know, whether you're on roads and just doing a madness, like why, what triggered that then? Because not everyone goes down that route.
Yeah, I think it's more area, being involved in being around certain people and just getting in problems. So it's like from there, at a time, my area, no one could chat to me. Like that, I'm just telling you a fact. Maybe at that time, no one could chat to me. No matter what you had to say, what you thought, no one could chat to me. It's on. It's either we're going to war, or do you know what I mean? There was no, like, you couldn't chat to me. If you see me, we're going to war. And literally, I was just one of them people that I just repped my area. 14 Heath, I repped my area, and my friends. I was loyal to my friends. That was my family. So, but now, even when I hit like certain arguments, certain things, I just try to dispute like this. Like, come on, man. Even my friends, because some of my friends, like, I got a friend called Hitman, and he is overprotective. Like, now, he's overprotective. We go places, and he's overprotective. I'll say hello to people. He's like, I don't want no one to score no goals on you. But I'm like, bro, don't worry, man. Don't look at it like that, bro. We're good. Trust me, man. We're good. Don't stop thinking like that. It's not like that no more. Yeah, and even if someone does try to attempt, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But don't look at it like that. Don't worry. Don't think because every time I'm saying hello to someone that it's a problem. But that's how a lot of my friends are like that now. That you're doing so well. I don't want them to do. I'm saying, don't worry about that. And I'm grateful for that. And for me, it just is okay. I'm doing this. How can I help my friends? How can I get my friends in a position that I'm doing something that we can all enjoy doing it? Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes a lot of people, what I notice, or a lot of like certain artists, they'll get to a certain stage and it's like, I'm here now. I don't really have time for my ends no more. I'm not gonna give back to my community. I'm here. I don't need to do that no more. And for me, no matter how like progressed that man I'll always give back. I'll always give back.
Do you think the media per se need to really be like championing a lot more of the efforts that of transformation that people like yourselves have been doing, Crap Cones, like even Rap Man, like gigs? Because it feels like they keep on always complaining about rap having a certain message, but they don't really look at what the people are doing in the culture, like this thing they're doing.
Of course, the media is gonna say that because, come on, man, still at this level, there's still racism. Our culture, do you think they want our culture to even get even bigger? No, like that's a fact. That's a fact. They don't want it to get to a certain stage. No way. For me, like I always say, and not because they're my friends, but Krypton Conan, they inspire me for the work that they do into the community. They inspire me. I haven't seen no one like, not, I know other people are doing a lot of work, but I haven't seen no one to that extent of like, dude, and try to give out opportunities. And that's for me. And when I see that, and I'm proud of them, and that inspires me. Literally, you have a plan, just go for it. Don't be hesitant, or don't let anyone say that you can't do it. Just go for it. And remember, even in the music scene, you can make songs and it might not connect, and it might get 10, 25,000 views, and you might see other people doing this much views, and that. Keep on going, stay consistent, and just be creative, and don't let no one say that you can't do it.